Exciting things are happening in Final Fantasy XIV. We're getting a whole new server, finally, for the people in Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, all of those islands, all of the oceanic region. We're finally going to be able to experience what 30 ping is like. So I'm feeling really good. I kind of want to just give my thoughts on, Materia, the new data center that's opening up along with the 5 new worlds that's happening on the 25th of January on a Tuesday. What an exciting Tuesday as they always have been. And I just wanted to see and tell you guys what things to weigh up on before making the jump and moving your main character over to a brand new data center or a brand new server. Even though the 30 ping or under 100 ping for people in Australia, New Zealand, and all that what I listed, it's very exciting because I feel like there's a lot of potential and there's so many good players that just have to struggle with the over 100 ping. I'm not saying I'm a good player or anything, but I'm really excited for it. And so just a little bit of background on me. I actually originate from the NA plains. I used to be a primal warrior, not an actual warrior, but I'm still a bard main and everything, but I hail from primal. I moved over to Australia to study a degree, and thankfully I'm working in that industry now. I actually start on the 31st of January, so my playtime in Final Fantasy XIV will probably skyrocket or go down, so we'll see. But I switched over to JP on Tomberry, one of the most popular servers in the entire game, known for their world first and as well as their very, very fast-ish guard restoration times, crafter and gatherers, and all that. And it was already immediately immensely better because I actually checked on ExpressVPN, not a plug by the way, but I checked on that VPN service, and on NA I was on 220 ping when I was still playing on here. Then I made the switch over to Tomberry and I was down to 130, 140-ish ping, depending on the day, depending if my internet was being throttled because NBN hates me. And it was immensely better. I actually didn't really realize how much ping actually influenced how the game felt. MMORPG. It's very prevalent in FPSs, but until I got into Savage Raiding and Shadowbringers and Extremes and all that stuff, then I started to really understand how terrible it was to play Machinist on 200 ping. Guys, double weaving doesn't work on 200 ping, okay? So I guess everyone is rejoicing that Materia is opening up. But anyways, going to the brunt of the video, I just really wanted to go over some things to keep in mind, but also what I'm excited for. There's gonna be 5 new worlds that's launching on the 25th of January. I don't know what the names are yet, but I'm excited to actually find out because they always make the names super, super fun, lore heavy into Final Fantasy, and the devs seem to have a lot of fun with them as well. I'm always excited to see. They're also waiving the transfer fee, which that's really good to, incentivize new players, but I don't think they'll have trouble people populating Materia anytime soon. But I need to go over what to keep in mind. Guys, if you want to enter the true endgame of Final Fantasy XIV, which is housing, and housing savage, getting a house, this is probably the best time to do so. People in Australia, New Zealand, and in the oceanic region will probably be selling their plots in preparation of this. So snag them up, but be aware that you're looking that in Materia, people will be trying to buy those plots as fast as possible as well. I'm actually unsure if they're going to lock out buying plots right away, or it's going to be just a free-for-all. So be prepared for either way. The JP server has a large influx of the people from the Australian and New Zealand community because as the closest ping or the closest lowest ping data center that we can actually go on. And so people are all making huge jokes that Tomberry and the JP servers will be undergoing a sundering. Very awesome term that we actually brought Shadowbringers terminology and all that stuff into real life. I always love to see that. But I think people are over speculating how much the JP server populations will be taking a hit. I think at least it will be under 10%. If not, that's maybe me overestimating it. So I don't think anything will change too much, but people will be selling their houses and people will be leaving their free companies and everything. So make sure to snag a plot and get into the real end game of Final Fantasy XIV. I, for one, will be actually making an alternate character for my guy to chill on there for a bit. I think, honestly, it will take a good amount of time for a data center or a new server to stabilize itself and get used to the large influx of players, especially the market board to self-correct its prices, because as you guys know, seasoned players and crafters and gatherers know that NA, EU, and JP all have set prices depending on the materials, how many crafters and gatherers are making those and putting them on the market board, stuff like that. Like the real world, stocks, just stock people. That's basically what it is. And we have to keep that in mind because it'll take a bit of time, maybe I don't know, first 6 months. That's me overestimating again. Maybe actually it'll take 2 or 3 months, but with that, regardless, I don't want to move my main character over just yet. Even though the under 100 ping will be fantastic. I love the guild that I'm running with at the moment. I only ran a few Savage raids and Shadowbringers with them, and it was just fantastic. Eventually, when I make my way into the Savage raiding and Endwalker, I actually just now got into Garlemald and into the MSQ, very slowly taking it bit by bit it and taking all the characters in. I mean, I'm even role playing to the part that it's super, super cold. I can't wear a bikini. I can't go shirtless on my main character because it's too cold and I'll die there. Anyways, so maybe making an alternate character could be the best way that you guys want to go if you don't want to commit already, unless you already have your guild and all your friends are prepared for it. Also, I want to go over my hopes for Materia because I'm really excited for this, man. Like this game has literally been suffering from success. That Yoshi P meme, whoever made that, it literally is that because it's popping off. Endwalker sales have stopped. We stopped it for a while. It's just too many players. There's too many people enjoying the game and sticking around as well. Thankfully, around January, I think 24th or 25th, around that same-ish day, the digital sales will resume. It's just so great to see, you know, Final Fantasy XIV absolutely destroying the MMORPG genre, getting people that are FPS players, getting the big popular streamers to try it and, you know, bringing their communities and everything. And it's just improving the game so much. And we love to see it. We're literally suffering from success. I know we stopped the sales and we're dying with server congestion and everything, but there have been talks about expanding the NA, EU, and Japanese data centers because of the huge influxes of players. Not a meme, it's just the reality for it. I know it's coming way later and everything, but it's just cool to hear Yoshi P actually touching on it. We'll probably hear more information about that and cross data center travel in February, but it'll be good. This will no doubt improve the overall game experience because it's taking those long queue times away, and this will help also not to overload the specific servers that are immensely more popular than the others, like Tomberry, as opposed to the other ones on JP. NA, I think Primal and Behemoth, I think those specific worlds are way more popular than others as well. So reduce the amount of error codes and make sure people are playing for longer and people are playing when they actually want to play and not have to wait for things to restart or any of that stuff. So that'll be good. And I pray to the Final Fantasy XIV gods and the dev team and to anyone else of the 12, because Alfredo loves the 12 so much, that macros will continue to be used in this new data center because JP and EU use macros. And good God, I cannot go back to not using macros. So please, like, it's just, I love you, NA. I love the craziness. I love the people, the streamers, all you guys, but I cannot bring myself to not use the wonderful macros in Party Finder and that I've gotten so used to in the Japanese data center. Like, please, anyone who's coming over, it's just a small request from me. Please bring macros to the server and continue the use of it daily. Please, I beg of you. I'm really excited to see what the New Zealand, Australia, and the oceanic region communities come up with, because there's so many great people, and there's probably going to be some amazing talent that comes out because of the, you know, under 100 ping type of deal. So yeah, that'd be cool. That's all from me. Just want to do it all in one take. I probably didn't do it all in one take. I have no idea. Comment down below and let me know your guys' thoughts on the new data center opening. I just want to hear your guys' opinions. I want to start a discussion about it. Obviously, I think it's gonna be overwhelmingly positive anyways. I don't think anyone is going to be negative about this. Even if you are negative about this, I don't understand why. You probably aren't that great of a person. Please help each other, help me, help you, all that stuff. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please subscribe to my Final Fantasy XIV content or content in general. I'll be here. And yeah, until next time, peace out. Hope to see you guys on the next video.